here at Graphistudio with Jeremy, who's wearing a very snappy suit and pair of shoes. Look at those shoes! Woohoo! Oh look, you putting my boots to shame, Jeremy. I don't believe it.
We always dress up well for the show because it's a really important show for us. We have so many thousands of photographers and our customers come and see us. We just want to put our best effort out, don't we?
Well, you look fabulous. Now tell me, what do you guys do in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, we're the world's biggest supplier of digital albums to the professional trade. We launched the digital book over 15 years ago in the UK when everyone else was still on film. There was no other album like it out there, and we've evolved over the last 15 years into some amazing collection of different products that we have to suit the professional photographer. We only supply the professional photographer. That's who we're here for. We don't supply to the public.
Now talk me through one of them, because I can see you've got a rather pretty looking album in your hand.
We're actually in our Cecconi room. Now the Cecconi room's part of our stand here at the photography show, and we're here to show the high-end quality products, new unique products that we're going to supply direct to the high end of the photography market. So at a time when people are looking at what can they differentiate themselves about, we've got the products that they can do that. So this is called the Young Book, and it's part of the Cecconi collection. We do a number of different versions of it, and we'll show you a couple of those later on. And the idea behind this is it's part of a complete collection for your customer to have, for a bride and groom to have. And if we can look at the differences in the way that it's finished, we've taken a lot of different printing techniques that are around the world and built them into an album. No longer is it just about a single picture, it's about also the touch element. Things that the photographer can design in, the shapes and the styles and the colours, to bring everything from the outside to the inside of the book and everything that goes with it. And this is just a small part of what we do. But we're launching the Young Book and part of the Cecconi collection. And for the full-time professional photographer, the Cecconi collection, the Cecconi project is going to be something we want to talk to them about. So I think we should take a look and have a look at some of the other things in the range as well, so you can just see what else that we do.
Sounds like a good idea. I will follow you. Where are we going? The stand's huge.
We're going to walk round just to the side here.
Oh, where are we going? Oh, look at these.
So we can see some of the other Young Books that we do, some of the other materials that we have, so you can see some amazing, vibrant, young products, specifically designed for a much more younger audience. You know, as people are getting married these days, they want something a little bit different. They don't want something like their granny used to have. They want something a little bit more modern, a little bit newer and fresher, and the Young collection's for that as well. If we look at our more traditional types of products, and let's have a walk over here because we've got a nice bit of space so we can see that.
I was going to say, you're popular already, look, you can't even get in.
Yeah, well, we always like to invite a lot of people to the stand for the whole time. And you'll see here we're moving more into more of a boudoir and portrait type of product. So we used to be known just as a wedding album company, but as you can see, there's so many different photographic disciplines that can be brought into what Graphistudio do. So you can have the image boxes that we have here, so beautiful classical images printed onto a hard card. You can see, we can talk about that printing techniques that we have as well. So if you can see, and hopefully the camera can see that, all these different effects are things that you can add on to that individual photo.
It feels really pretty as well, doesn't it?
Well, imagine if you get the lace of a dress and you overlay that lace of the dress with that little texture as well. So you've got a feel element to that photograph as well as a touch element. So when we're looking at weddings, when we're looking at portraiture, when we're looking at boudoir types of pictures as well, everything that we do can be translated into those products for the photographer to sell.
And how important is it to have this kind of thing as well as just doing the wedding stuff?
Well, the world of professional photography has changed massively. Boudoir is an incredibly important part, and very thriving and growing part of the marketplaces. People want to feel good about themselves. And I think people are getting fed up with stuff. You know, everyone's got stuff everywhere in the house. They get bought presents and things like that. But now I think people want actually to feel good, and they want experiences. And a great boudoir shoot is a fantastic experience for a woman, be younger or older, to feel beautiful and to look beautiful, and then have those amazing images to give to their husband, boyfriend, partner, whoever it is. It's just a fantastic, day in their life that they'll never forget. And of course it'll be captured for them forever. You know, these days everyone takes pictures on their phone, they go to a hard drive, they get stuck in their phone, the phone gets lost, if they've not backed it up, the images have gone. When you print something, it's there forever. You know that you've got that thing in 25 years' time when you're opening the loft out and this little album comes out and you go, well, what was that? And that little memory comes out and you go, oh God, I remember that. That's fantastic. It just sparks that memory that's hidden away that you've forgotten all about. And that's why printing's so important these days.
And I guess it goes hand in hand with the photography stuff, because I'm sure you get lots of brides-to-be coming in, and that sort of thing sells together.
We don't see many brides in here, but anyone, who's in here probably going to get married at some point in time. Both photographer, anyone working in the trade, and many of the amateur photographers that are coming around, you know, they're going to be looking. We can see young kids walking around inspired by things. And I think if you think about, you know, what you're doing with photographs these days, it's great that so many people are taking so many more photographs. A little story, I mean, you know, when I was younger and used to get taken on holiday, you won't remember this because you're way too young for this, but you used to come back from the holiday and you had film. The film would go in an envelope, it would get sent off to a lab, it would come back with all these packets of pictures in and with free films in. You'd open up the packet, you look at them, there'd be blurred ones, there'd be things you'd have no idea it was. A couple would go in an album, the rest would go back into the packet, and they get shoved into the loft. For that time when you move house or somebody passes away and you pull out all these pictures, and suddenly it's that little memory jogger that's there, that printed thing. And it's the same within the albums, giving something to that person to collect those memories and have them to look at later on in their life.
Why should people come over to the stand today and visit you guys? What have you got going on?
Well, we've got so many things going on. We're launching about 15 new products here, a whole load of new services. We've got more products than we've ever launched before at any show ever. You know, this show for us is the most important show. We've got the best stand we've ever had. We've got staff over from Italy. We've got the UK customer team as well. We've got seminars going on throughout the day and through the whole of the show. So we've got some amazing speakers actually on our stand, both all professional photographers, fellows and others, who are the best at what they do, both portraiture, weddings and commercial work. So we've got some amazing speakers that are going to be speaking throughout the show.
And why is a show like this so important for people like you?
We've got customers all over the UK and Ireland. It's very hard for us to see each customer individually and to bring every single product that we've got. So to be able to bring them all to one location, to have so many people to talk to them, and for them to share in all the positive things that we can share to them, successes of other photographers, how they sell things, how they price things, what works for them. It's not just about can I buy a product, it's how can we help them grow their business. And by being at this show, not just with us, but all the other suppliers that are here, it gives them that opportunity to actually find out how they can project their business a bit better.
Fantastic, Jeremy. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you have a successful show, and I'm very much looking forward to you wearing an extra special suit on Monday.
Yeah, well, we'll have a special suit on Monday, especially just for that day, and we'll see.
I'm going to come back and see it. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget to keep tweeting us at Photography Show UK.